So today we're going to do a few ocular measurements and checks. So as you can see, I've got C.Heap with me today from C.HeapASMR. So if you could start just by taking your glasses off for me now, please. Let's pop them on the table. Okay, I'm just going to ask you to look straight ahead. So we're just going to have a little general look at the eyes just by lifting the lids. Okay, look down for me now. And I'm just going to have a little feel the top lid, looking for any lumps and bumps. Obviously, we'd like to do this with a slit lamp, but this is just a gross look, looking up for me.
If I did have any lumps on there, what would they be?
So
what could they be?
We're looking for things like blocked meibomian glands, or any styes, or any tags, things such as milia, looking up for me. And then you've got your more sinister things like rodent ulcers and carcinomas of the lids. That's fine. So as you're looking straight ahead again, just a little bit higher where my fingers are there, keep looking there.
Yeah.
Just going to take a few measurements now with this ruler. So I'm just checking the vertical palpebral aperture there, which measures at 11mm. That is the distance between the upper and the lower lid. And for the other eye, we have about 10mm there. Excellent. And as you're looking straight there again, we're just going to a little bit higher. That's it. Just going to measure the HVID, the horizontal visible iris diameter. And we have about 12mm in the left and 12mm in the right, so fairly equal, which you'd expect. Now as you're looking straight just there, keep looking there, we have this scale here. We're checking the pupil size. Obviously we're doing this in brighter conditions, so the pupils will be naturally smaller than if it were a dark room. So we certainly haven't got a 5mm pupil in the left, so if we reduce it down, we go to the smallest. So Chris has about a 3.5mm pupil size in the left. Looking in the right, we'll start with a 3, just a bit small. 4 maybe slightly large, so about 3.5. So I've got an equal pupil size there.
Oh, that's good.
So there's, if there was a difference, it would be called an isochoria, which could indicate a neurological problem. The pupils are innervated. The muscles of the iris are innervated by the third nerve, the oculomotor nerve. So we'd do further investigation if we saw anything. And obviously another check we need to do for the pupils, as Chris is looking straight, is check their reaction to light. So if we shine the light in the right eye, I'm just checking for a constriction, which we have there. As you can see, as I remove the light, the pupil redilates. We'll check a direct response in the left. A response there. I'm just checking the speed of constriction as well, just to see that they're matching. It happens at an equal speed, which seems fine. Now for the consensual response, as Chris is looking straight, I'll be looking at the left pupil for a constriction as I shine the light in the right eye. So just observe the left. And as you can see, the left pupil constricts even though we're not shining the light in that eye. We'll observe the left eye, the right eye, as we shine the light in the left. And we're just looking for the constriction in this eye. And there it goes. So Chris has a direct and consensual response in both eyes. Now as you continue looking straight, we're going to do something called a swinging flashlight test, where we shine the light in the right, give it about 3 seconds, and then we check for the constriction in the left, 3 seconds, straight to the other, 3 seconds, 1, 2, 3, and we're just checking that there's no relative afferent pupillary defect, which may show us the light jumps to the eye the light's in. As the light jumps, we wouldn't see a constriction but more of a dilation. An RAPD could be associated with neurological problems of the retina, so that works fine there. So as you're looking up again now, we're just going to observe the conjunctival surface, and we're going to be using the Efron Grading scale here. The first section is dedicated to conjunctival redness or bulbar redness. So we have 3 levels, moving to increasing severity of redness. Number 4 is severe and 0 is classed as normal. Moving down, we're going to have a look at Chris's bulbar redness, again starting from minor to severe. We're not going to focus on neovascularisation because we probably need a slit lamp for this, and we're not going to focus on staining or the lids. So as Chris is looking straight, we'll do a conjunctival redness assessment. So we're going to use the magnifier to enhance our view, and with the illumination. So just looking up to the ceiling for me. Let's lower the lid. Just observing the zones of the conjunctiva. Looking to the right hand side now, and the left, and just down to the ceiling, down to the floor I mean. Okay, so in the right eye we're looking at least a grade 1, which is the trace, and probably just a little bit less than a grade 2, so I'd grade that as 1.5. Okay, looking straight ahead again, just observe the left, and looking up, good, and looking down, and to the right hand side now, and the left, a little bit higher on the left, and it's probably the same story there, about a 1.5 conjunctival redness. So just looking up again, I'm just going to have a little look at the limbal area using the ophthalmoscope. Okay, now looking down, and to the right, and the left. Okay, now you might not be able to see perfectly, but there is some slight yellowing on the white part of the eye, and this is known as pinguecula, which is just a little bit of fat growth, probably from UV light exposed to the eye over the years. Just looking up for me. Just have a look at the left limbus, looking to the right, and to the left, and down to the floor. Okay, looking straight ahead there. Let's have a little look at the cornea. Okay, so looking at the limbal redness, we can certainly rule out grade 3 and 4, a little bit more than a grade 0, so around the grade 1 to 2 area. Just having a little closer look, Chris probably has, again, similar to the conjunctival redness, a grade of 1.5. And that's it for today.